Welcome to the Kane and Day Show. I am your host, Kane. You can find me at my socials at Twitter at Killing Kane, YouTube at Killing Kane, and Twitch at Killing Kane. I'm going to kick it over to my co-host here, and he'll introduce himself.
My name is Day. You can find me on Twitter at RealDayGaming1, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok at RealDayGaming, and that's all.
All right, so we're going to do, talk about the greatest baseball player in the league right now. Give our little congratulations to Mike Trout for
1,000 runs.
Yeah, it's a pretty big milestone. It's shocking that he, has it because he's been on a terrible team for most of his career. Never had any support, but I mean they're making moves to get him that support and trying to keep him healthy, which the league loves to see, the fans love to see. Shit, even the players love to see it. So, big shout out to Mike Trout. Daddy power is real. Ever since he's had his son, he has been balling out. So, hats off to you. And I hope to see it still going for many, many more years to come.
Yeah, this is one step closer to a nice little slot in Cooperstown.
Yeah. First ballot.
Oh yeah,
no doubt.
No.
He might be the most. He might be unanimously selected.
Well, that's if they change the voting process, but
which
we're not
they
getting into
should.
that one.
We'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, when they actually change it.
So we have two goofy stat lines that we want to talk about as well. So the Cardinals are so good at baseball that they just put a bunch of runs up on dudes. And,
well, they put up like 45 runs this weekend.
Yeah, and so Albert pitched.
3 games.
Albert Pujols in his 20-year career finally made his pitching debut. Didn't go great.
It was hysterical. I was crying watching that.
Didn't go great. Gave up 4 runs. I mean, they were up. They were going to win the game anyway.
They were up like, was it 15-2?
Yeah.
16-2 against the Giants?
Something like that. And so
it's
Albert...
like, screw it, why not?
It's
his last year. Just have fun.
Great form.
Oh, yeah.
Great
form. Lot of torque and a lot of power behind that fastball that was at 50.
So he gave up 4 runs in his pitching debut. And then fast forward couple days, maybe a week later.
Last night. Was it last night or was it 2 nights ago?
2 nights ago, I believe.
It was 2 nights ago.
I believe it was a week, difference.
Yeah, because I think he did that on Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah, so...
And then Yadi pitched on Saturday.
So Yadi, in his 20-year career, made his pitching debut for the Cardinals on Saturday.
You know what else was funny about that? You know how, sometimes when the catcher makes the last out or is on base for the last out, it takes some time for them to get back behind the plate to get all their stuff back on? You know who caught? Albert jumped out to... Yeah.
Albert Pujols did.
Albert was catching. That picture, I need that picture framed. That is hysterical.
Dude, there's something about St. Louis. They're just having so much fun right now.
They're really pissing me off, actually.
I'm sure they are. But they're having a lot of fun.
They're pissing me off. Except Milwaukee's still pitching really well.
But Albert and Yadi have the same stat line.
Yeah, so I was seeing all over Twitter. Once they get up like that again, Albert and Yadi both have to go back out so they can settle their differences.
Yeah.
And see who's the better position player pitcher.
Yeah.
They have to.
I mean, let's be honest. The best position player pitcher is Brett Phillips, though.
Oh, I mean, well, for me, that's technically a biased opinion, but that's true.
Oh, come on. Dude,
did you not see that catch?
Yeah, I did see that catch. When Brett Phillips on the mound, he is so funny. Because he's just mocking pitchers. He's
so goofy.
He's just mocking pitchers, dude. It's funny.
Yeah, but that one grab he had at the Trop was incredible.
Yeah.
Full sprint into a extra MLB The Show early slide and caught it. That was incredible.
Hey, quick question. Did we talk about Nestor the other day? The last podcast?
About his Twitter account or about his that happened in between.
Do we want to weigh in on that?
I don't know what he actually said.
I don't.
All I know is deactivated his account. And to be honest, this is where I have a problem with social media and people, because Nestor's finally pitching well, right? He's having a great year.
Right.
Except for I think his last start was a little roughed up, but he's human. It's gonna happen to everybody.
Exactly.
Um, this tweet I believe was from more than 8 years ago.
10 years, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
10 years.
And somebody had nothing better to do with their time other than just scroll through 10 years of tweets. I just why? What? Let me do a deep dive on your Twitter and then show it to your boss.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure it's pre-PG. Well,
but no, I'm saying the guy who did that, brought that tweet up.
Right.
Let me do a deep dive on his Twitter and show it to his boss and see how he likes it.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I get professional baseball is a kid's game played by adults. I get it. But why dig up? That happened to Josh Hader after he had that incredible All-Star game appearance. Somebody dug up a quote-unquote racist tweet. I don't even remember what that one was.
I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, the Yankees are in kind of hot water now. First, you had the Cortez thing.
Yeah.
And now you have Josh Donaldson calling, and you weighed in on this last night.
Yeah.
Tim Anderson should not have compared himself to Jackie Robinson because nobody's going to be Jackie Robinson.
He said it in the way where modern baseball, I think, needed like some type of a change or one way or another like that.
Yeah.
So that's why he compared himself, but I don't even think he remembers that interview.
Yeah, I mean, like, let's put this into perspective for,
It's still not okay.
Let's put this into perspective because I know we have some listeners that don't, really understand baseball and what, it is. So Jackie, broke the color barrier and was the first African American in the Major League Baseball. And he made some serious changes to where, he basically demolished the Negro League. And I mean, everybody's big home run leader forever came from the Negro League. And then it got broken by Barry Bonds. But
wow. Well, I mean, he opened the door for every, at least here in America, probably every American sport.
Yeah, he did, and letting
everything come together.
The thing is Jackie was an unreal player.
He was a four sport athlete at UCLA.
Yeah, he was a different breed. If you do an interview and say, yeah, I'm the modern day Jackie, game needs to change, it's like, all right, how are you gonna change it though? Explain it, right? Because how are you gonna change it? That's one thing. Right. Here's the thing. Why don't you be Tim Anderson? Right?
Yeah.
The next Tim Anderson, the only Tim Anderson, right? Make the game fun. Be that role model for kids, right? Yeah. That's growing up, my role model, the person I looked to, the guy I modeled my game after because I was a lefty was Ken Griffey Jr. I did the swing, I did the fucking wiggle, I had his swing down to a T because that was my favorite player and I wanted to be Griffey. And, but I'm still Jaron Burton. I'm not Ken Griffey Jr. I mean, fuck, I'd be in the majors right now if I was Ken Griffey Jr.
Wow. Well, he'll lose some.
But Josh Donaldson, this is dating back to when that interview happened, when he was on the Braves?
When he said that.
Donaldson? Yeah, he was saying he was like on the Braves.
I don't know. I don't remember.
2019, I believe.
But that's not even the point. The point is, he should never have said that. And it was too specific because he was the one who pointed it out. Tim had called himself Jackie in that interview.
Mm-hmm.
How do you remember that?
I don't know, but
like I feel like somebody inside the Yankees organization had told them that, because there's just no way you remember an article with an interview in it from 2019 Sports Illustrated.
yeah.
No way.
And the thing is, right? It's like, yeah,
it wasn't Atlanta.
You should not have said it.
No.
And he's said that he's like joked around with him for years.
If he had joked around with him for years over that, Tim wouldn't have gotten that mad.
I think it was because the last time, Tim and Josh had any sort of interaction was when Josh Donaldson threw his weight onto him and pushed him off the bag. So tempers were already high for Tim Anderson. And then when he said that, like, and props to the freaking White Sox, man. They got that dude's back. Yasmani was just like in his face, ready to throw hands. And then, yesterday in one of the doubleheaders where they won 5-0, Tim Anderson pimps a home run. So
I saw that video.
So
that was great.
I mean, that's kind of a statement. But again, like, dude, just be yourself. Make the game fun for people to play. Like, I don't know if it's me, but like, I don't want to see fights on the regular, and I feel like there's fights on the regular this year.
If I want to see fights like that, I go to a Red Wing game. I go to a Maple Leafs game if they let people in. I go to a hockey game. Is my point. That's actually the only reason I go to
the UFC, right?
Well, yeah, they have that every Saturday.
And so it's like, make this game fun for kids to play, because it's not good showing that, like, you guys are, I swear, like, once a week bench is cleared now. That's what it's kind of seeming like, and I get it.
I like the hostility. Like, I do.
I mean,
I like the tension. I like the...
But make it competitive. Just make
I don't like seeing it get past that point where the benches have to clear. I just like watching the game, knowing how upset a pitcher is going to be if the other team scores a run.
Right.
Like that, especially when you're at the game. But you can even feel it on TV sometimes. You're like, there is a really tense spot right here.
Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, like I've almost gotten in a fight at a baseball game, but that's because too many beers were drank. So.
Well, that's an actual game.
Yeah. But just be yourself, man. Just be Tim Anderson. I mean, you took the world by storm with that home run and bat flip. Like, when you threw your bat with force off after pimping a home run, like, just keep doing you, man. Keep doing you.
That's fun.
Especially like last year at the Field of Dreams. He had a stellar game.
Oh, yeah.
Stellar, phenomenal game.
Got to hit that ball, and I knew it was out right away.
And I'm pretty sure it was. Wasn't it the White Sox
against the
and the Yankees?
Yeah, it sure was.
And he went...
Yeah, after, God, who was it? Stanton?
Yeah.
Or Judge tied the game in the ninth.
And then he walked it off.
For the bomb, yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
So, just keep being Tim Anderson, man. That's all I got to say. Keep being Tim. It's more fun that way. Don't compare yourself to dudes that are in the Hall of Fame, because as of right now, you're not a Hall of Fame caliber player. So, don't do that.
Or a guy who has his number retired by every single team.
Exactly.
Even the Red Sox.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, the only person that was allowed to wear 42 that I've seen in the past, forever, was Mo.
Well, I think he had it before they made that decision.
Right. And they can't just change his number. It's Mo.
No.
But, so...
Yeah, because I think he got in right before... Literally, I think it was the year before.
Yeah. So, that's our little take on the Tim Anderson, Josh Donaldson thing.
Well, I mean, we can keep it in New York. Wow. We can keep it in New York, though.
Yeah?
with Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge has
He,
been
as
amazing.
of right now, after 6 weeks, I think he is the AL MVP leader right now.
Yeah, 15 home runs. He's hitting 318.
318.
It's insane. It's insane.
I mean, the strikeouts are high, but I mean
he's Aaron Judge, but he's still hitting over 300.
Yeah, he's still hitting 300. He's got 47 hits. He's looking good. 8 doubles, 15 homers.
Yeah, I mean, let's see if
he's
can
not
keep it up
leading the team in RBIs, which is kind of shocking, actually. But I still think.
I think a lot of his are solo shots, though. Since he's so high in the order.
Yeah, 'cause he's batting like second, third. Yeah.
Third, I believe it goes. I'm pretty sure it goes him then Stanton.
Yeah.
So, he's playing at another level, and you've said it before. He bet on himself.
Yep.
And it's working out. And you know what? Yeah, the Yankees like to pay players, but I don't know if Aaron Judge wants to come back to the Yankees for the sole reason that they undercut him. They undercut him a lot because that he was in their organization for a really long time.
And I still think they'll go out and pay for him. I cannot see Aaron Judge playing anywhere else.
I'm with you on that, right? But there is an chance that they don't get him back because you didn't want to pay me the year before, and I came out and had this season. Another thing,
especially if he goes on to win MVP,
right,
which should have been his second one, but we're not going to talk about trash cans.
Yeah. So there's that, and then we'll stay in the AL East and Trevor Story. Whoo,
on fire.
Trevor Story.
On fire.
I hate my life because of Trevor Story.
Well, you lose some, you lose some.
He has a 3 home run game 1 against, I'm pretty sure he hit 2 off George Kirby. Mariners had a 4-0 lead. That went away. All because of Trevor Story. Next night, comes up, bases loaded. Grand slam. Gets a sacrifice in game 3. Hits another home run yesterday. Trevor Story has been, he's finally hitting he's deserving of that contract. Who knows? Maybe their luck turns around. They keep Xander now.
It's just, because we did talk about that in the last one.
Yeah, I mean, if Boston turns it around,
19-22, 8-2 in their last 10, 5 win streak. They finally got their run differential over 500. I want to say they're starting to turn it around, but then again, I look and they're still only 2.5 games up on Baltimore.
Yeah,
for last place.
But again, it's still early in the season.
It is. It's 6 weeks in. But it's just I don't know. I think there's still a world where they'll still go out, because what they'll do is they'll just move Trevor from second to short.
Exactly. And then you could
it's
throw
a place where he's more comfortable.
You could throw Kike back at second and somebody in center. You put Verdugo back in center, though. Yeah, but Verdugo's the better defender.
Yeah, they just have him sitting in front of the Green Monster.
Yeah, and then Bradley's playing right. Jackie Bradley's actually playing well too. He had a home run the other day. I was very sad. But yeah, Trevor Story is finally
it's
turning
nice to
around.
See him coming around.
Yeah, especially after the contract he signed.
With his swing and that power he has to the pull side, I felt like the Green Monster was the perfect place for him.
Yep, and it's looking. I mean,
and
this past weekend, it's been looking good.
Well, I mean, like we've said before, power numbers are down across the board this year.
Dead baseballs.
Well, they're not dead baseballs. They're baseballs kept in a humidor. Which I don't believe should be done.
I mean,
outside of Colorado, I get why they do it in Colorado.
I just
don't like they're getting on
them. Bring back juice baseballs, man. It was more fun.
It was.
I mean, Aaron Judge doesn't seem to be having a problem, but that's because he's an anomaly. That dude is yoked out of his mind.
Yeah, I don't know, I just not seeing the power. Some of these games have been brutal to watch.
Mm-hmm.
0-0 in the 7th, 8th inning.
Yeah.
That game with Boston and Tampa the other day where Tampa threw a no-hitter, but it got ruined in the 10th inning because it was 0-0.
Yeah, and then
Like, what
Marco
what are we doing?
hit the walk off.
That was Kiermaier.
Oh, that was. You're right. You're right. No,
But
Marco did all that damage against the Mariners. That's right.
Regardless of who won that game, Tampa threw a no-hitter.
Right. It's like
But the score was 0-0.
It's like the Reds. They threw a no-hitter and lost.
They did. That's hysterical.
Threw a no-no and lost. That's crazy. That's insane to even think about, right?
Yeah. Like just bring back juice baseballs. I mean, I've been seeing
too.
a lot more as the weather's starting to turn a little bit. I have seen run production go up.
Right.
So maybe the ball's flying a little bit better with the warmer weather, but to start this year,
as it normally does, though. But once we get to the postseason, and you're not in one of the warmer climate places,
have I ever mentioned that I've heard from a lot of different people that I follow that they changed the baseball for nationally televised games?
Really?
If you were to go through and look at all the, except for that one with Angel Hernandez, there has been a lot more runs on nationally televised games, whether it's TBS or ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
There's been more runs and more home runs hit.
Really?
Runs scored and home runs hit.
That's crazy.
So, for like you said, the postseason, that is a nationally televised game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we might have a crazy one.
I mean, we'll see once we get there. We'll see once we get there.
We're still 5 months out.
Yeah. But sticking with, who the Red Sox just swept. Oh my god. Mariners are terrible. Ty France is the only person playing well. Robbie Ray has been abysmal. Logan Gilbert is being Logan Gilbert.
He's a highlight.
Marco actually had a bounce back game even though we lost. George Kirby got lit up. Chris Flexen got lit up. They had leads in literally every single one of their games and managed to and the weird thing is their bullpen has been good. It has been good up to this point. And they just can't seem to keep a lead to save themselves, man. It's oh my god, they're so bad. It's like I don't even know what they need. They definitely need a dominant person in the starting rotation, which I mean, you kind of have Logan Gilbert, but how long can he stay like this?
That's only 1 out of 5 days.
Yeah, and Robbie Ray is sure as shit not doing anything. Marco, who's been
an anomaly year, to be honest. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, you got paid out the ass by us for 5 years, so I get to deal with that. Marco has not.
I think a highlight or like a positive is Julio starting to hit the ball.
Oh, okay, that's another one. He's hitting like 260 something. He is definitely winning. Definitely winning.
He's got 3 homers. I mean, he's got 41 hits.
Yeah,
and he's leading the league with 12 stolen bases. I'm pretty sure he has more than at least half the league has as a team.
Yeah, he's.
That's just how stolen bases are nowadays. But he's stealing bags.
He's a freak, and
is he still batting about 6th?
He's actually batting 4th now.
Did they move him up?
Yeah, he's cleaned up.
Because that's what I liked about him when he was batting 6th. Is he'd get a walk or a single, and then he just swipes second, and then bam, the bottom of your order has a chance to produce a run. Right. I liked that. But I mean, it was only a matter of time before they moved him up to 4th because he started hitting the ball.
Oh, he's been seen.
It's not like Torkelson, who's stun locked in 6th.
Right.
He'll be there for a while.
But I don't know. The Mariners need to really figure it out. I mean, they DFA'd Steven Souza. And I mean, I see why he didn't hit the ball. He made routine catch into an error. So Taylor Trammell got the call up. I mean, I like Taylor Trammell, and I hope he, can kind of find his footing. But with how our outfield is,
there's nowhere to put him.
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, you're not getting Mitch back till the All-Star break. That hurts. That really hurts because Mitch is the MVP of the team. He is the dude that is there in clutch situations who comes through. He
Honestly,
did that all last year.
Guy's been playing. I don't think he even has to.
No, but like
I'll do it.
It also helps when Mitch Haniger is healthy, and
right.
and you're missing out on Kyle Lewis. He's still, like, as far as I know, he can't play back-to-back games, so he can DH for sure, but he can't play back-to-back games. Jared Kelenic was so terrible that you had to send him down again because you just can't have a dude hitting under.
He was hitting 140.
Yeah, you're not even hitting home runs, dude.
Oh, he had 3 of them.
Yeah, 3, but you're hitting that low. I mean, shit. Suarez has a.
That's 3 out of his 12 hits, though.
I'm pretty sure Suarez is hitting around like 230, and he's got 7 or 8.
225, 8.
Yeah.
Third.
It's exactly what you expect from him. Is low average, high home runs.
High power. Because he has 8 and then 9 doubles and a triple.
Yeah, Jesse Winker seems to be kind of figuring it out as well. But all in all, man, they're just bad.
I think that was a Mickey Mouse year too.
Yeah. I hope he turns it around and actually becomes a decent average guy. Average guy. Give me 20, 25 home runs, man. That's all we need. That's all we need. I just need you to get on base. Just get on base or hit a home run. Like, don't strike out. Walk more. Do something. Because they are abysmal right now. They are in shambles. They win 1 game out of a series, if that. The only time they won a series in this road trip was when they won the series against the Mets, and that was shocking.
Yeah, because the Mets look really good.
Yeah, and so I don't know. They really need to do something. And in the offseason this year, they really need to go get a big fish somewhere. Like, I don't need outfield. Do not go get another outfielder. Go get somebody, you might call up Novelli next year, and so now you have somebody at second, you have somebody at short. Go buy another pitcher. Go do something for this team, Jerry.
Yeah.
Like, our playoff drought is old enough to drink. And I'm sure it wants to get hammered because of how bad they are. So, there's that. You always lose some, and you lose some more.
Yeah, of course. Speaking of rookies, Mr. Rushman
looked good.
Made his major league debut. He finally is healthy enough to play.
Here's the thing I like most about his debut, right?
A fucking standing ovation.
First inning, runs out behind the dish, shakes the umpire's hand.
Yep, he did.
And then,
just did a full 360.
Not a lot of people really take in that moment.
Right.
He stood there for a minute.
I was glad the camera got it. Yeah, just did a full 360.
He's just looking at Camden Yards,
and
he's just like, man.
I did it.
I made it.
That was literally because in MLB The Show, don't they do that when you make your debut? Like they do all the cinematic camera angles of the stadium. Yeah. That's what I felt like was happening with that video that I saw in real time. Yeah, in real life. It was so cool to see. He seems like a very humble kid. So I saw the video that Orioles posted about the Norfolk manager telling him that he got called out.
That was awesome. I got chills when I watched it.
And his teammates all surrounded him. Like, that was cool. His first at bat. Oh boy.
The jitters.
Was it bad.
The jitters had it, man.
I mean, like I was telling you off screen, like, if it's my first game, I'm the starting catcher now for the Baltimore Orioles. I'm the #1 prospect in Major League Baseball.
Originally, top 5.
They gave me a standing ovation as they called my name to the plate. I'm terrified.
Oh, of course. And they gave him a standing ovation when he struck out.
Well, they did do that. But after that first at bat, I was genuinely impressed. Now, obviously, I know Tampa very well.
Yes.
They have a lot of different pitching styles and arm slots and angles and deception out of that bullpen. And the at bats he put together, I was impressed.
Yeah.
Even though I believe he struck out his second at bat, or he didn't get a hit, he got out.
Yeah.
But that was like a 6-7 pitch at bat, and even the at bat he got that triple in, which he placed that in the perfect spot.
I know Brett Phillips had so much trouble kicking up the ball.
Wow, but it's that stupid little cutout corner. But
I hate how Camden Yards looks now.
Oh, everybody does except for Randy Arozarena because he put that ball over the fence.
Left field slot.
Oh, it's so ugly.
It's not great.
I think
Camden Yards is an iconic stadium.
I don't know why they did that.
Like, it's literally an iconic stadium.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
30 years old today.
One of the best players ever played his whole career there. You know?
Yeah.
And it was iconic because you have those that building,
the warehouse.
Yeah, in right field. And when somebody hits it, it's like, oh my god, that ball was crushed.
There. I've been there. It's an incredible place to be.
Yeah, and you at least Texas's new stadium looks really good. Right?
Well, when you spend like $2 billion on it.
You also compare it. You compare it to Old Texas, right? With that freaking hump in center field going up to the wall.
That was Houston. That was Houston.
No, dude, no.
It was.
Texas had it too in center field. They had that freaking the field was like going up to the wall on like a little incline, and people got hurt. That's why they made a new stadium, is because of that. And also they needed one.
I don't think the Rangers had that. I think it was just the Astros. Minute Maid when it was 435 to dead center.
I don't know, man.
Then they moved it into 410 and took it away. Put the new batter's eye out there.
I don't know. I think Texas had a really shitty center field. That's another reason why they made a new field. But yeah. I don't know, man. Camden Yards looking like that. And I feel bad for Adley that he has to play for the Orioles.
You know, Kevin Kiermaier after one of the games said that the Orioles aren't far off from having a competitive team.
They're not.
And I'm going to be honest, I agree with them.
They're not.
They are. If Adley turns out to be well, they still have Gunnar down there. They have just so many prospects down there.
You need Mountcastle to play to the hype that he was.
He's not playing horrible. I think he's playing through some injury right now.
I don't think Mancini's got much longer.
No, but I think he you know what? The fact that he's still playing is incredible. He's actually leading the team in average on base percentage and hits. So you know what? He's still playing.
And they're talking about selling. Like, I've heard people talk about the Orioles selling. You don't call up.
What are they gonna sell?
Cedric.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They're going to get rid of Cedric. But it's like, you have Anthony Santander. Good switch hitter.
Austin Hayes,
who's a streaky player, but he's good in the field. You have Cedric Mullins, who's...
Mateo's one of the fastest guys in the league.
Yeah. You traded, or you got Jorge Mateo, who's supposed to, he's great defensively. Defensively. And then like you said, you have Gunnar Henderson down in the wings waiting.
He's not ready yet. He's far from being ready, but the potential, the ceiling on that kid's incredible.
It's like Grayson something. I'm pretty sure it's a pitcher that they have down there. I think it's Grayson Alexander or something. I think his name is.
No, it's not Alexander.
But
I know,
you know who I'm talking. You know who I'm talking about.
I just can't remember his last name.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the means, and they have John Means, who's hurt right now, but he has been.
He signed a 2-year contract with him.
He has been good. He's
Yeah,
been very good.
he was decent for him.
Yeah. So speaking on rookie call-ups, let's shoot it over to Chicago.
Oh, for my buddy.
Yes, sir. Mr. Day here watched his buddy make his MLB debut, and he looked phenomenal. By the way, he is in MLB The Show.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure. What was his name?
Brandon Hughes. He'll go in on Thursday.
He's a common lefty, born Michigan. That's
then, yeah.
Let me pull up my app real quick. Hold on. Let me fact check.
He did finally give up his first run though.
Did he?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's bound to happen. You're a freaking bullpen arm, man. Brandon Hughes. Is it ES?
Yeah. Yeah, like
Brandon Hughes live series card.
Is he actually in the game?
He is a 56 overall.
Nice.
Brandon Hughes. So yeah,
Ben here
knows somebody in the big.
Well, it was so funny because like I knew he got called up that morning,
mm-hmm.
and like a lot of our friends from here were texting back and forth, and so of course my eyes were on that game, especially once it got to like about the fourth inning,
mm-hmm.
And Daniel Norris had come out to pitch against that part of the lineup and go for probably 2 innings like Brandon did. Ended up going, but he got hurt mid at bat, and then I'm like, well, I guess they're probably gonna call him in, bring him in. And he did, and he struck everybody out in the inning and 2/3 that he pitched. He had 1 walk that was charged to him, 1 that was not charged to him because he came in at a 2-0 count. He had 12 out of the 12 swings, 7 were whiffs.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, like he doesn't throw hard. I think he maxed out at 94 once, but that slider was getting everybody. He struck out Brian Reynolds.
Yeah,
he was an all-star last year.
Yeah, Brian Reynolds
and is the face of the franchise in MLB The Show.
He sure is.
He struck him out.
Sure is. But I mean, hats off to the guy, man. Like,
it is cool. It was really cool to see that.
It is really cool. They like see, a buddy make his debut and perform well, and maybe he stays on the club then the rest of the year, and maybe he's a bona fide big leaguer now.
Well, from everything I was reading before the game started, there was 2 routes he was going to go. A, he was going to pitch his way onto that team to where they couldn't send him back down. Or B, they were just going to call him up, give him that little bit of taste of what the major leagues look like, take that back to AAA, work on it, and then get called back up.
Mm-hmm.
That was the 2 routes, but I mean, so far he's got 4 innings. 4 innings, 5 innings. Can't count. Dumb. Yeah, it's 4 innings. 4 innings. He's got 1 earned run.
How many strikeouts?
8.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
8-1. 1 walk. Just the 1 walk from his debut.
4 innings and got 8 strikeouts. That's you like
8 out of 12.
Yeah, that's
his whiff rate right now is great. He might. I think as of right now, he might pitch his way onto the team.
Yeah, I mean, good for him. And didn't you say his parents were in the stands?
Yeah. His parents were in the stands. They were interviewing him.
And it's like, how many times have you been to their house, Ben?
0.
Oh, so you just knew him from like baseball?
Well, I mean, we went to the same high school.
Well, yeah. You were just friends at school,
he was
not
like
outside of school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a school friend, but it was like, it was still cool to see somebody from my high school make it all the way up.
And the fact that they actually called your town instead of just this part of Michigan.
Yeah, they did. That was just, it's just because like it's Metro Detroit, but like that's usually what people say.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't. I think they'd actually go through and say like the actual city, which was I thought was cool.
Yeah, I mean,
the whole experience was cool.
Hopefully he stays doing well. I mean,
yeah, that'd be really cool to see.
Yeah,
he makes it as an all-star. Oh man.
But Where are we going next? I just wanted to throw that in there because it's kind of a cool little
It was a cool little fun fact.
Yeah.
We're going to where I hope the World Series is next year. I can get redemption. Houston. Mr. Justin Verlander.
Oh my. Yeah.
Mr. Justin Verlander. This man missed all of last year.
Sure did.
He missed all last year.
And they still made the playoffs.
I still made the World Series. I looked like a moron. I'm in the mid-park. Anyway, he's 6-1, 50 innings pitched, leading the team. He's got a 1.22 ERA, 49-9 strikeout to walk.
Jesus.
Out of his 7 earned runs, 4 of those are home runs.
Literally 50.
If you don't hit the ball out on him, you're not scoring.
That's insane that he almost has as many strikeouts as innings. I mean, he should at some point have more.
It's almost 1. But
it like that's scary for the rest of the year. Because if he strikes out like one person an inning, he's going to have a lot of strikeouts this year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. His whip is under 1. He's averaging about 91 pitches.
Yeah.
Per start. And
sorry,
he is pitching incredible.
Yeah. He's aging like fine wine. Or like, yeah. The older he gets, the better he gets, man. It's Nelson Cruz over again.
He might mess around and win the Cy Young.
He could. I mean, if he pitches like he does, and especially like look at the games that the Astros play behind him compared to everybody else on their team.
I could tell.
Compared
to everybody else.
Like every starting pitcher that they have, they are more confident with Verlander on the mound. And I mean, that 1-year deal is going to get him a lot of money this year. This coming up this offseason. It's going to get him a lot of money. And he's going to pitch until he's 45.
Well, I mean, you look at the starts where, he gave up 2 to the Angels. They lost that game 2-0. But then he got 4 runs, 3 runs, 3 runs, 7, 5, 8, and 2-1.
Yeah.
That's his run support so far throughout the year. And the team is, what was that? 4, 8, 6-2 in his starts. Regardless of how long he's gone. His shortest one so far is 5 innings. But that was a 5-inning, 2-hit, 5 strikeout game against the Nationals. But he's pitching incredible.
Oh, it's unreal how well he's doing. It's unreal.
Yeah, 2 days ago on Saturday night, he went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 8 strikeouts, 95 pitches.
Gross.
8 strikeouts and 95 pitches. No walks.
That's gross.
It's only 6 innings, but still, God, is he pitching just... I mean, for me, when since he basically grew up a Tiger, I like to see it. I don't like the Astros. I don't.
No,
but I do like Justin Verlander. He's a very nice person. It's just cool to see him doing extremely well.
Yeah, I agree. They're a force to be reckoned with in the West still. I thought they were going to fall off. Oh, yeah. I really thought they would.
Jeremy Pena is starting to find his swing. I was looking at his stats last night. Jeremy Pena, he's not Carlos Correa. We've already said that one. But he is...
He's younger and faster, though.
He's contributing to the team where they need it. And that's where they needed it the most with him leaving.
And then you have who I think might rival Juan Soto as the best hitter of this young generation in Yordan Alvarez.
Oh, Yordan. Your bombs.
You leave Yordan at DH. If Yordan hits like he does in his whole career, he's going to be basically David Ortiz.
Oh, yeah.
But just probably a better average guy.
He's already got 12 home runs this year.
Yeah. What's his average?
256.
It'll bump up. Bump up.
Hey, he's got 12 home runs. Who cares? That's the one thing that's hurting his power numbers for me is he only has 4 doubles.
Yeah.
So it's like home run or nothing.
I mean,
I'd like to see the doubles.
With how the changes on the the voting committee in the past couple of years, because you would never think a DH would get in.
Right.
Like, but then it started with Edgar, and then it went to David Ortiz, you know? So it's kind of really cool to see that if he can stay I wouldn't put him in the field. And if you're going to put him in the field, you're going to put him in the Crawford boxes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the shortest.
Only at home.
Yeah, only at home. Like, that's the shortest part of the field.
And they're not going back to Fenway this year, so you can't throw them out there.
Yeah, and, you know, but the thing is Michael Brantley's their DH, so they have to play him in the field.
Yeah.
They have to.
Really, that's a lose-lose, really.
It really is. Like, I would rather have Michael Brantley out in left field. But he's old and he can't run, so you're not going to do that.
Well, I think the one good thing about Jordan is the strikeouts aren't very high. Like, he's 28 to 21 strikeouts to walks. Like, that's a good number for him. For a big power guy like him. Only 7 behind.
Especially in this season, too.
Right.
I mean, he's seeing everybody well. And that man is going to hit a lot of home runs throughout his career. He really is.
And just to throw the stats out there on Pena, he's got 286 with 7 home runs.
Okay, he might win Rookie of the Year.
So he like I said, he's not Carlos Correa by any means.
I think
he is filling that void well.
It'll be a race for Rookie of the Year, I guess, between him and J-Rod. But the thing that voters are gonna look like is, oh well, the Astros made the playoffs. Because let's be real, the Astros are gonna be number 1 in the AL West this year.
I don't know. I think the Angels might be able to keep it up. We've said it before.
It depends.
As long as Mike Trout and Shohei stay healthy,
I think it's more than that.
This team is scary.
I think it's more than that. You need Taylor Ward to stay healthy now, because Taylor Ward came out with such ferocity that, you know, he became an instant star for the Angels.
Rendon's starting to hit.
Rendon has to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Jared Walsh needs to produce
hitting
like he did last year.
But he's not hitting horrible.
He's
just not last year.
He needs He needs to hit 30 home runs a year.
He's already at 8.
And he needs to hit around 270.
Yeah, he's at 240 right now.
You need Fletch God to be average, because Fletcher's good.
Fletcher's barely playing, just throwing that out there.
Is he? That's
He's
sad.
only played in 14.
That's sad.
Well, no, because Tyler Wade's been playing.
That's true.
And then
Tyler Wade is a fast.
They've had a carousel at second base. They've had Jack Mayfield, Matt Duffy's played a little bit there.
Question.
I can't even say that one. Yeah, go ahead.
Tyler Wade got called up in 16 with Judge, right? And they went back to back in their debut. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they were both in the Yankees system. They both got called up, and I'm pretty sure they went back to back.
They could have. That one I have no idea.
And the announcers were calling them the Bash Brothers.
Oh, that's good.
Because I mean,
he played 103 games for them last year.
Tyler Wade looks like he has power. He looks like he's got, you know, upper body strength.
He's got 0 home run.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He's just fast as as all hell. So, but the Angels, they need their pitching staff to stay healthy. They need Iglesias to be the most electric closer. Honestly.
Which he is. Obviously, you know, even Mariano gave up, you know, blew some games. It happens.
It does. It does.
Nobody's perfect. Mo's arguably the best closer of all time.
I can agree.
He did, you know, he blew some saves. He did.
Yeah.
Hoffman did. Pick another one.
Percival. Troy Percival. He was great.
He blew some games.
Edwin Diaz, the year he had 50 saves. You know?
A-Rod blew some games. It happens. So that one from the other night against the Rangers, oh well, it happens.
Right.
That was just actually the momentum of the game was going towards Texas, and I knew they were going to lose that game.
Yeah, but he's
looked good this year.
They need their team to stay healthy, and you know, I really, really hope to see Mike Trout in the playoffs.
I would love.
Even if it's hurting my team, I want to see Mike Trout be a playoff player the rest of his career.
Get that one series where they blew it to a lead.
Get that man a ring.
Yeah. I don't care if he gets a ring. I just want to see him in the World Series. Well,
right,
I kind of do.
Right. But let's put it this way, right? If Mike Trout, we're talking hypotheticals, right? We are.
Of course.
If Mike Trout wins a World Series, it solidifies him more than other players, right? That have won World Series. Like, you have, we all knew Corey Seager is gonna be phenomenal, right? Like, every time for the Dodgers, Corey had a healthy year, he was the best player on their team, even though Cody Bellinger won MVP that one year. But I'm pretty sure
really well.
I'm pretty sure Corey Seager was hurt that year.
Probably.
Corey Seager could not stay healthy, but the one time Corey Seager stays healthy, the one time they win the World Series, and he's World Series MVP.
Well, it's the Mickey Mouse Championship.
Of course. But
Now, it wouldn't have been a Mickey Mouse Championship if Tampa had won. There was a full 162-game season, Even though it wasn't. But because it was the Dodgers, it's a Mickey Mouse year.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you, man. That's bias out the ass.
Nope, don't care. Don't care. Can't change my mind.
But you gotta
you're
admit,
right.
like, Corey Seager.
No, you're right.
Is, like, his World Series ring is good and all.
Well, there's a reason he was the World Series MVP, too.
Well, he also he popped off, yes.
Well, that's the whole postseason, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
it was really the World Series where he really stepped up.
Yeah, so...
Tampa stopped pitching to him.
But, I mean, his World Series ring is just another one in the books, right? Yes, he can go on to have a Hall of Fame career, maybe. Who knows? But he can be great the rest of his career. But there's one difference. He's not the, like, unanimously in the league from all the players. Mike Trout is the best baseball player.
Yeah.
Right now. And he has been for the last 10 years.
10 years, yep.
So here's the thing. Mike Trout wins a ring. He is solidified, like, more than anybody. It would have been like Griffey, right? If Griffey would have won a ring, it's more solidified than the Yankees winning in the 90s, et cetera, et cetera. It's because at the time, he was unanimously, like, it's hard to say because you had Barry Bonds there too, right? But for, like I've said in episodes past, I've been saying this for years. Griffey did what he did in a steroid-fueled era.
Bring him back.
And
baseball's more fun that way.
He still did unspeakable things. The dude hit over 500 home runs in his career. Yeah. And that was in the later part of his career when he wasn't as healthy as he was in the 90s. So, if Mike Trout wins a ring, it means a lot more to the community of baseball, to the fans, to everybody in the league. It means more if Mike Trout wins.
God, imagine they won it at home, too.
Oh, dude.
Oh, man.
But I think Mike Trout will see more playoffs, and I really hope that the Angels keep doing this thing where they keep making moves to go forward. They have a very good AAA. They have a good farm right now.
Except for Joe Adell.
That's one thing. Joe Adell needs to figure it out. But when
or they go out and get another outfielder.
When people compare you to Mike Trout, when they say that you're gonna be the next Mike Trout, I don't care if you're top 5 prospect. That weight doesn't mean anything at that point. You're being compared to the greatest baseball player that anybody in this generation has seen. And that's way more pressure. I mean, Brandon Marsh is doing great because he's got no worries. He's like, I'm gonna go play left field because I'm sure as shit not taking center.
No, Brandon is playing well. He's got. I mean, the average could be a little higher, but that's just being picky. 267 is not horrible.
I mean, that's a good like 6 hitter.
He is leading the team in strikeouts. I'll throw that out there.
Yeah, but he's young.
Yeah.
He's really young. Joe Adell just can't touch a baseball.
No, he can't. He actually can't catch one either.
Yeah.
In an Angels uniform. But he'll do just fine in a Bees uniform. It's really crazy how it works like that.
I mean, it's just like Kelenic. Kelenic does great when he's sent down. Gets called up. Plays well. And then he shits the bed again. So, we'll see. I mean...
All right here.
Yeah. Baseball is 100% a mental game. You can't tell me
but I'm saying Joe Adell, I think, has it mental blocked.
He should probably go talk to somebody about that. I mean,
I think they need to get him out of Anaheim, out of the system.
Trade him.
Yep. Give him a chance somewhere else.
You could probably
because he's not gonna play for you.
No, he's not gonna. I mean, you guys brought him up to, in their words, to help Mike Trout, and everybody compared him to Trout because that's how he was in the minors. He was absolutely tearing the league by storm. He was taking it by storm. And then out of nowhere gets called up. He has a couple good games to start his rookie year with, and then it's been nothing but downhill. Yep. So
like I said, even in the field he's struggling to catch a fly ball.
I mean, once what's his name comes back,
Taylor Ward.
Yeah, Taylor Ward. Once he comes back, I mean, there's your outfield. Brandon Marsh, Trout,
Taylor Ward. Shohei does DHs.
Yeah.
That's leadoff for second.
Why not?
And
if he's comfortable enough being able
to once every 45 minutes.
Yeah, especially after pitching, like I don't know how he can do it honestly, because man, he must be tired.
Well, you have to perfect 2 crafts.
Exactly. Not to mention, like, now pitchers, especially, for years in the American League, you just sit there. Stretch, do your thing in the dugout. Now, now you're hitting because, I mean, they're not going to not DH you because you're literally fantastic.
You still parked 9 in the seats so far.
Yeah. But they just need to stay healthy for them to be competitive this year.
Yeah, 100%.
Anything else we want to talk about?
Scherzer's out.
Yep. Okay.
The last one on there.
Yeah. So to end out the pod here, when you take yourself out of a game, I know Max Scherzer is a weird dude.
He is an incredibly weird dude.
He's super strange, right? But the fact that he was dealing before he pulled himself out, like, that says something. I'm like, I get you're weird and shit, but I don't expect him to pull himself out of the game that he's cruising.
Yeah.
Like, when you're like, nope, can't go. You guys need to get me out right now. Like, that's serious. Now he's out 6 to 8 weeks. Now you lose Jacob deGrom.
Now they said they might not have him for the whole year. Expect to not have him the whole year.
And that's terrible because...
Or anticipate, sorry.
That's terrible for one reason. Because this is the last year of his contract.
They need him.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 28-15. They have a nice stranglehold on that Division 8 games up on Philly and Atlanta. But, like, they need him. Because, when the ALDS comes around and it's a 5-game set. That team should only have to see DeGrom, Scherzer, and Bassett. That's it.
Yeah.
Bassett, sorry.
And I forgot. Dude, I forgot when we were talking about their rotation, they still have Carlos Carrasco. I forgot about that.
Yep, and that nice rookie, was it Trevor McGill?
Yeah. Tyler McGill.
Tyler, sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's Tyler.
But that I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't
But
understand.
in a 5-game set, you're
Right.
going DeGrom, Scherzer, Bassett, DeGrom, Scherzer.
And the thing is Bassett has proven himself
Yeah, that's
to
why
be great.
they gave him a new contract this morning, yesterday.
Here's the thing. Scherzer being out 6 to 8 weeks is not the worst thing.
It's not the worst because his innings will be down for the
Yes.
year.
And that'll help him once he gets to the postseason. Because
Right.
let's take last year, right? Scherzer, as soon as he got traded, pitched
Oh God.
phenomenal. Was like you could compare him to how Verlander is now.
Yeah, he was pitching incredible.
Like it was no shot that he was one of the best pitchers in the league, and then he reached the postseason, and his arm fell apart.
Well, I think the Dodgers misused him, but that's just my personal opinion.
Probably, but when you're dealing like that, you have
I
to
know.
use him like that.
I know. But yeah, the innings will be down. It might be good for him.
And you hope DeGrom rehabs enough to what he has, right? He rehabs enough that he can come in the postseason. I mean, you would want him back in the regular season just to get him some work, right? But I they still need Taiwan back, and that's gonna help him a lot. Yeah, McGill's gonna step up a lot more now that Scherzer's out. Carlos Carrasco, I don't know if he's hurt or not. He's another story of cancer that's awesome.
Yeah.
Super awesome. Hopefully he can come back and deal, because when he was in Cleveland, he was great. I mean, any pitcher in the Cleveland system has been good, though.
He's got 46 innings pitched so far.
Their pitching coach is phenomenal and breeds pitchers like it's nobody's business. But hopefully you come through with this stretch of not having your two best guys.
Yeah.
and come out. Starling Marte's starting to pick up. Brandon Nimmo is doing some things. Pete Alonso's Pete Alonso.
Yeah.
Francisco Lindor's looking good. Jeff McNeil's looking good. Like, keep this momentum going. Your bullpen has looked flawless. Edwin Diaz is throwing hard. He's striking dudes out. He's saving your games. Yes, he's going to blow one every once in a while. But nobody's making the Ed lose joke anymore. You know what I mean? Like, he's been great. And so they really need to keep this thing bottled. They need to just stay where they are. Because if they can just rally behind their pitchers, that's really all they need to do is rally behind their pitchers, give them some sort of run support, even if they're losing. They're down by 3. Try to get a run. Just try to get base hits, right? Keep it coming. Put the pressure on. You're the best team in baseball. You are the best team in baseball right now. And shit, Subway World Series 2022.
No, not possible. Not possible.
We'll see. But I think that's gonna wrap up for us there, guys. But thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead, leave us a like. Subscribe to the channel. And leave us a comment. Give us your thoughts and opinions on what we talked about. We'll be in there. We'll look. We'll talk back. If you're listening to this on Spotify, shoot us a tweet. Like, tell us what your thoughts are as well. And maybe let's get a conversation going. Getting a couple people in on that, But anyway, I'm Kane. And this is my guy, Day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we'll talk to you guys next time.